watch the Thursday game?
I didn't get a chance to because I was at work, but I was watching it on my work computer. I just didn't get to finish it. However, the Ravens did win 34-20, but there was a injury in that game as well with Joe Burrow.
Burrow.
He's gonna miss the rest of the season. So we'll see what they can do from there. I don't know who their backup is. Probably a no name. I actually almost tried to play cute this week and messed up on fantasy. I was gonna start Keaton Mitchell. Every time he gets the ball for the Ravens, he just goes for at least 20 or 30 yards and usually a touchdown. But this week he only got 5 points. He got about like 40 yards. But I actually opted not to start him, and I put Gus Edwards in. And my other
smart choice.
Yeah, Gus Edwards had a great night. And for those of you out there that needs to rely on a number one running back, and you don't have any big names, but you have Gus Edwards, feel safe with him going forward. I mean, he's gotten like 8 or 9 touchdowns in the past 7 weeks. Okay, so he is definitely their goal line guy. He's going to get those carries, and I mean, he might not be getting, over 100 yards a game, but he's going to get you touchdowns because he can basically fall into the end zone whenever they're at the 5.
Yeah, I left OBJ on my bench.
Well,
I probably wouldn't have started him anyway, but 4 catches, 116 yards.
I mean,
he blew up.
that's going to happen. It's just that you don't know when it's going to happen with, Odell Beckham. I think at this point, between him and a few others, it's just a name now. Okay.
Yeah.
But Odell Beckham can still turn on the Jets. I actually did see the replay of the touchdown. It was pretty nasty. Like he did last week, too. So
it was Yak, though, like after the catch?
Yeah.
So the dude can still run.
Right? Yeah. So, yeah, the Ravens got that one. I was really happy. I didn't think we were going to beat the Bengals, but, sorry about Burrow. Our next game up.
Division.
No, this one isn't division yet.
Just rivalry?
Yeah, this is the Raiders.
No, remember, go to the right.
Oh, we're going to go. Okay,
First game would be Steelers.
Oh, so we do. All right, so the Steelers and the Browns.
Rivalry, right?
Big divisional rivalry.
Okay. It says Matt Freiermuth is active. He's the kicker.
Yeah. So, a couple things about this game. Deshaun Watson did get injured last week.
Wah, wah.
So they're thinking he's gonna miss the rest of the year. So that's going to open up the door for P.J. Walker, who has done decent when he steps in. But don't, count the Browns out, obviously, because that defense is still what I talked about a few weeks ago. And they're still playing lights out, okay? Hunt, I hope you're still starting him because they tend to like him a little more than Ford right now because he's getting most of the carries up inside the 20-yard line. So for those of you who have picked up Ford, still feel confident with him on your bench. But I wouldn't be starting him with confidence because it looks like they're just going to lean on Hunt going forward. I really, with Deshaun Watson going out, it does kind of minimize the ceiling for Amari Cooper for those of you being out there. But I wouldn't be too worried because P.J. Walker can still get him the ball. Just manage your expectations. On the Steelers side, whether you have Jalen Warren or Najee Harris as your running back, I'd feel confident starting either one because they're getting the same amount of carries, and this is one of the one teams with complimentary running backs when you can start both with confidence and knowing that they're going to get you at least 10 to 15, and on a good day, maybe 20-some points. And I actually just traded for Jalen Warren for a 4th-round pick.
Nice.
For down the stretch. This is going to be a tough game, man. Oh, I did want to make one more announcement. for fantasy. On the Steelers, I would go with Deontay Johnson.
Yeah.
Pickens just isn't that guy right now.
All right, good.
Kenny Pickett has definitely found his favorite target with Deontay Johnson. Took some
Yeah.
time, but yeah. It's gonna be a tough game, but I'm still gonna say the Steelers are gonna get this one.
I'm going Steelers.
I mean, it's gonna come down to defense and experience, and I think that's gonna be on the Steelers side on this one.
Although notable rumors that they say is pretty set in stone. That's what the media's saying, that the Browns are going to sign Flacco.
Yeah, so I saw that. It's actually pretty funny. So a couple days ago, yes, Flacco was in town in Cleveland. There was no signing yet. They were just in talks.
Right.
Funny story though. So Flacco is actually getting on a coach plane, and one of the fans says, "Hey, you're in Cleveland. You signing with them?" And no, he asked him why he was in town, and he's like, "Check the headlines, kid." He couldn't say anything. Um, at this point with Flacco, his best years are way behind him. I think all he can offer right now is just a mentor role. I mean, he didn't do too bad last year. He had like 4 or 5 starts, but I just don't think he would be their answer. He's just there just to help mentor the players if he does get signed. Um, Moving on. Our next one is the Raiders and Dolphins.
It says A-Chain should return.
Yes, he is returning. So for those of you riding on the monster train, I manage your expectations, but I wouldn't say cut him out because they're going to be sharing carries. Okay,
Sharing
so
carries.
it'll be whichever is the hot hand that week.
And they both get it, so it still leaves room for the explosive plays where they could easily hit 50 yards one play.
Either one of them can. I mean, Mostert's having the best year of his career. I mean, he's running like he's like 20 some years old again. So I don't think they're going to go away from him, but they know what they have, the younger guy. But they're going to continue to share. um,
I'm going Dolphins.
Obviously, on the Raiders, Jimmy G is out.
Still, they just don't. He's not injured. They just don't want to play him.
Yeah,
right?
so
I mean, whatever. He's just gonna get paid millions to sit the bench.
Conley is their quarterback, so that obviously takes a hit on Devontae Adams. They're under a new head coach, interim coach, Pierce. He was a former Giant player, Super Bowl, yada yada yada. I think he's going to be playing the run game and defense, but that's just not going to be enough to stop the Dolphins. The Dolphins are all around a better team. I mean, Tua, you got Hill on one side, you got Waddle on the other side. Both those start in this week. Waddle is fully healthy.
Are you going to start Waddle?
Oh yeah, I'm going to start this week. So normally I would feel safe with Adam Thielen on my fantasy team, but he's facing Dallas, so I'm going to go with Waddle in that spot. Yeah, I'm going to go with Dolphins on this one.
All right, cool. Yeah, we're on the same page. Real quick, it says Raiders. They're planning to sign Devontae Adams on the offseason. That's what the rumors are. And also it says they recently signed DJ Turner to the active roster.
I think they'll have a better chance with him this offseason now that they've made a coaching change.
Talk about Adams?
Yeah, because Adams was not happy when...
No, he was, of course.
When they traded away Derek Carr. And for you out there, it's going to be like, oh, well, why the fuck would he care about Derek Carr? It's like... Well, because I used to play in college,
right.
And that was part of his signing over there. So if he was leaving Aaron Rodgers to sign somewhere else, he's obviously going to want to find someone that he's going to be getting the ball from easily. And he thought it was going to be Derek Carr, but it's not. But with all the new moves, and I'm pretty sure that they're going to try to see what they have in Conley this year, but they'll probably sign a quarterback or draft one in the next year's draft. But I can see Adams sticking around because they're going to want to see, and the same as Josh Jacobs.
So you don't think they will trade him?
No. Not if they want a future for the
I don't think the
franchise.
Jets could afford him, to be
No.
honest. But all right, so Dolphins. I'm going next game.
Let's see, Bears and
Lions
the
are
Lions.
hot. Fields is back though.
Yes, Fields is making his return this week, so everyone out there with DJ Moore and Mooney as receivers for the Bears, you can feel confident. But
I
just
got
know Fields does still like to run the ball.
Right, I got Komet and I got Moore. I don't want to start both, so Moore's projected higher. But I like what Cole Kmet's been doing, man.
Yeah. He shows you that he is a great tight end to play with, but he just didn't work out for me last year.
It said the Lions allowed 10th most points in the tight end spot. So
I want to say that this game is probably going to be in the Lions.
Montgomery, you think he's gonna have a good one?
Montgomery just came back last week.
And he tore it up.
Yeah, that's just. I don't know what the Bears are thinking when they let him go, because I saw this 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago when he first came into the league, but he never got the full-on touches. He was always sharing time. The guy's a freaking monster. And not to mention, he's got Gibbs, right? The future rookie, but I don't think Montgomery's going to hold back any. He's going to keep playing hard and fight for being a RB1. So those of you with Gibbs, manage your expectations, but still start him. I would say start him as your flex, not as your RB1 or 2.
Montgomery?
No, Gibbs.
Oh, Gibbs, yeah.
Now Montgomery,
he's
you
my one.
start
He's my
him
one.
as a confident RB2. I want to say RB1. Okay, I really do, but I gotta say RB2 on this because it's a timeshare. But we all know that Montgomery's gonna hit
He's
it.
explosive, yeah.
A high end RB2.
Yeah. So you're going Lions also?
Oh yeah, and start your receivers with confidence, but just know that it is Amon St. Brown is the guy for the Lions.
He's gonna do very well.
So yeah, so that's gonna go Lions.
All right. Titans, Jaguars. It says Kanan Hill is returning.
Whether he's returning,
is he gonna start
or not? They're gonna let him have a chance. But as much as I like King Henry and this team, it's not going to be enough for the Jags. Okay, you got Trevor Lawrence. Actually, they are missing out on Zay Jones, but that's not going to hold them back. I think this is going to come down to defense as well. Both teams have a good defense, but I think the Jags have enough weapons to get them past here. But let's not count out DeAndre Hopkins.
I know, right?
Turning it
on.
on.
He was looking good. He was having trouble, but he was looking
Guy
good.
still has hands, and
Yeah,
he put up over 150 yards with their backup, so he still shows that he can play without a starting quarterback.
It says Titans are activating DB Mike Brown from injury reserve. So I mean, they're definitely gonna have a better squad. And Henry too. I got the list right here.
Henry hurt me last week. Yeah.
He might have hurt you, but top 5 running backs, it goes McCaffrey, Henry, Josh Jacobs, Etney, and Moss. Now, those are going to change, obviously, this week.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely going to change because Zach Moss is now back to being a number 2 running back.
But we were shocked that Henry was so high. Like, number 2, he must have had some explosive games.
Yeah,
he's not hot all the time.
No, he started off slow, and then he started getting his groove back, and I don't know what happened last week. He just couldn't get going. But we're seeing that now with Spears being the next guy. He's more of the pass catcher now, and Derrick Henry is the ground guy. But I'm going to roll with the Jags on this one.
You're going Jags? Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably going Jags also, so.
All right.
Real quick, Jaguars. Let's see if anything's trending real quick. It's talking about lines. Nothing really going on. Doug Peterson concedes offensive limited. Nothing really interesting. All right. Chargers, Packers.
Chargers and Packers. There was a questionable tag on Keenan Allen this week. He is good to go. I know he banged up his ribs a little bit on
It says
Sunday.
he's expected to play.
But still came back and had a great game. He got me like 40 some points, so I was happy
And
that
it
day.
says no restrictions too, so they're
Yeah.
gonna feed him the ball.
There's no injury. Actually,
I'm not seeing anything.
yeah, because I believe Aaron Jones came back as well, so I believe they're good to go. The Packers have been playing better than we would think they
Love
would be.
had a good game last week.
Yeah. But I just don't see it being just enough to beat the Chargers. I mean, there's just too much firepower there right now.
Packers got the throwbacks this week.
Woo!
Yeah.
I mean, I'd feel really good about that if it was still Rodgers there.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I'm going Chargers.
Yeah, start everyone that's on the Chargers with confidence.
So you're going Chargers?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Next game, the Cardinals and the Texans. Whew. All right, so Kyler Murray is finally back in the saddle. He's the starting quarterback again. James Conner, he's back. There was a move this week, though. The Cardinals claimed Michael Carter off of the waivers. He was recently dropped this past week by the Jets. Surprising to me, I mean, I would have dropped Dalvin and kept Carter out of the age range, and I thought he was a better talent. But I think that's a steal for the Cardinals, especially if James Conner goes down again. So for those of you out there looking for like a running back, just like a flyer, a dart throw, pick up Michael Carter. He is worth a roster spot because he'll be above the others on the depth chart when James Conner goes down. And I know I said when, because he's going to go down again. He gets injured every season, and but yeah, I think he'll be healthy for a couple weeks, and then he'll go down again. So hold on to Michael Carter on that one.
The odds are predicting the Cardinals are going to have a good game. They say Kyle Murray's back. They say they're looking hot. So if you're betting, the odds are in favor of the Cardinals. But I'm betting CJ is going to blow it up again.
And I totally understand that. They're getting some starters back, so obviously, the Cardinals are going to be a better team. But we can't the Texans this year. That defense is rosing. Their rookie quarterback has done better than I thought he would. Out of all of the rookie quarterbacks this year, I thought he would have the slowest transition just because he's a rookie. It's a whole different playing ground. But no, he's really got into his groove. I love the Texans this year. Tate Dell, he's rising up. Even Noah Brown,
Well,
he's been having big games.
It says questionable for Texans is Noah Brown and Will Anderson.
And also Damian Pierce is out again this week as well. For those of you who have Damian Pierce, I'm suffering the same thing. I have him in 2 leagues, and he's just been nothing this year. I feel like he didn't fully recover. So I expect Singletary to get the start again this week, which he is. And even when Damian Pierce comes back, they will do a timeshare, but I think Singletary is going to take control of that backfield and become the RB1. Because when he does touch the ball, he's doing better than Pierce. And I'm sad to say that because I was big on Pierce. I just don't think he's fully healthy from last year's injury. But I'm still going to go with the Texans against the Cardinals.
What do you think about Schultz? You think he'll have a good one?
Yeah. They're a tight end. Yeah. I mean, they're playing.
Should I start him over Cole Kmet? Because I got 3 tight ends I want to start: Cole Kmet, Schultz, and I got San Francisco's Kittle.
You gotta go Kittle.
Yeah, Kittle's gonna be but that's why my flex I had either Cole Kmet or I had Schultz. And I was leaning towards Schultz. I mean, Kmet, because I thought Fields would have a better game, but I don't know. Because Arizona's defense has been allowing a lot. So.
Yeah, I would roll with that Schultz.
Schultz, huh?
Yeah.
Over Komet.
Yeah.
What about Schultz, Komet, or Moore?
Well, Fields is back, so I would definitely start Moore.
Damn, I don't know if I can. All right, well, Cowboys, Panthers. That's gonna be a tough one.
Cowboys and Panthers. I'm gonna say the Cowboys are gonna get this one. Um, that defense when it shows up against a 500 team, they tend to really show out and stomp them. But I don't think they're gonna necessarily stomp the Panthers. The Panthers are still, a good team. I just don't see it being the Panthers. Um, for the notable starters, I mean, obviously Pollard. He's been a hit or miss for people this year.
Yeah, I'm starting him.
They're not getting him involved enough, and they really should. Like, it's all right. Like, if you're not going to run him on the ground, do what he does best. Use him as your pass catcher. He's a good receiver. Lamb, I would definitely start him.
Yeah, he's hot.
Yeah, he's really the only receiver I would trust
with
Cowboys.
Top 5 receivers. It goes Tyreek Hill, A.J. Brown, and C.D. Lamb.
Yeah, C.D. Lamb is definitely a lock this week, and so is Ferguson. They're a tight end. I would start all Cowboys with confidence this week. As for the Panthers, if you have Chubb, Hubbard, I wouldn't feel confident, having either one him or Miles Sanders. But if you had to go, you got to Chubb. Okay. He's just a better running back there. But again, I have him in another league, so I feel your pain if you're stuck with him. It's just gonna be really tough for you. And also Adam Thielen. He's been their number one receiver. He is their number one receiver, but I see him playing like a wide receiver 2 this week. I have to start him in some of my leagues as well. So, but one of my leagues, I have the happiness of throwing in Waddle. Can't wait till Aaron listens to this episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Cowboys on this pick.
Giants, the only thing I've seen is a trade rumor. Obviously, it's always trade rumors because the team's doing so shitty. They're talking about shaking up the coaching staff. They don't like what the head coach is doing, and they are saying they're still got Daniels in the hot seat. Like.
Yeah. So look, the Giants. Like, I have seen them play bad before, but they just don't know where they're going in that offense. And I know that injuries happen as well, but Daniel Jones took them for their money.
No, they were dumb to do that. They had no reason to think that he'd be a franchise.
Oh, he had a really good agent.
Yeah.
Like, they felt like they had to give this guy a chance, but I saw the writing on the wall. He can have good games, but he's not your answer, okay? And I feel like they just thought that that's all they had to.
And he's out still?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He's out. The only one that I saw spark up that offense for the limited time was Tyrod Taylor. Okay. So when he comes back, I think that offense will move a little better, but they need a whole new, regime. Like, walk in there like Mark Davis with the Raiders and just fire the entire regime and just start from scratch. Because not to mention on that, you're dropping a lot of money to your quarterback, and you gotta make account for that. Because whether you let him go or not, you'll still be on the hook for the remainder of that contract. So, but in this game, I'm gonna have to go with the Washington Commanders.
Well, the Commanders too, because we go to top 5 quarterbacks. Sam Howell is number 1 in passing yards right now.
Yeah, I think the Skins have finally found their quarterback in Sam Howell.
Yeah, he's looking good.
He's looking better each week. He has no O-line protection. Okay.
He gets hit
so just picture if he did.
I know, right?
The guy knows how to read a defense. He He doesn't always have like a planned pick. I mean, you see him looking, and he moves with his legs, and he extends plays. And I've been starting him for 3 weeks in fantasy, and he's been putting up 20, 30 points. So it's like I didn't even lose Kirk Cousins on my starting lineup with Sam Howell. And again, Logan Thomas, the tight end, he's not like a tight end one in fantasy, but he's been putting up points as well, especially when I need him. You can start your commander players with confidence this week, especially their running back Robinson. Start him with full confidence. He'll have at least a 100-yard game.
It says only thing for the Commanders is the cornerback Emmanuel got fined for a helmet he had on Lockett last week. It happens. It's football.
Yeah, I don't think that was intentional.
No.
That was definitely an accident.
Well, luckily Lockett didn't get hurt, but
Yeah.
Lockett is still on,
Right.
questionable as always every fucking week.
Now, I'm not going to sit here and act like the Commanders didn't lose to the Giants before, okay? But this is a different team
Way
now,
different team, dude.
and they're playing hungry.
Yeah, I would definitely be confident.
So, for our next game,
that's the easy one.
We're going to have the Buccaneers and the 49ers. Two good defenses this year. I just think it's going to be the 49ers that win this one. Obviously, they're getting Deebo Samuels back. And then you got, Ayuk on the other side. Then you got Kittle. Then you got Chris McCaffrey.
Start Kittle.
Purdy plays better when he's got Deebo and Ayuk and Kittle to throw to. So I'll put him over again this week. He's going to have a great game. At least 20 to 30 points in fantasy. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes. I obviously don't have to mention, what Christian McCaffrey can do or Debo or Ayuk can do. Y'all already know that. For the Buccaneers side, if you never pinch your studs, man, but I would say that you got to manage to your expectations. The 49ers have one of the top defenses in the league. I put them and the Browns and the Jets at the same caliber of defense. It's hard to run and throw on them.
So you don't think Evans is going to have a good game?
Evans could have a good game, but it's not going to be anything he might get like an end zone touchdown, but he's not going to rack up a lot of yards on that defense. They're going to lock him down, and especially Baker. Yeah, I'm going to roll with 49ers on this one.
All right.
And we have another divisional rivalry coming up.
This is where we're going to split decisions here, Mike.
It's going to be the Jets versus Buffalo. That right there is a divisional game, so anything can happen. We all saw what happened to Buffalo, this past week. They weren't themselves. Obviously, Josh wasn't either. Josh Allen. And it hurt me with Diggs as well. I was expecting to pull a win out of that one. I only needed like 20-some points, 23 points to regain the lead, and I expected Diggs to do it, and I just couldn't get anything done. And they were playing the Raiders.
Josh Allen sucks, dude. I'm going Jets.
I'm still.
You hear that, Aaron? I'm going Jets.
I'm still gonna pick the Bills.
Of course you are.
But
because you believe in Cook, right?
But I still.
You think Cook's got it, huh?
Oh, you talking about James Cook? Listen,
he's gonna fumble first.
For those of you that have James Cook this week, don't start him. They're playing the Jets, and the Jets eat up running backs. It is hard to run against them. You have a better chance at passing, but you're not gonna run, okay? And this division is gonna be heated. I don't trust any of the running backs for Buffalo in this one against the Jets. I would start Breece Hall with confidence this week because he can run on that defense. He shows that no defense is gonna hold him back. But yeah, I've got Stephon Diggs on the Bills in this game, and I have to start him because, like I said, you don't bench your studs. I wish I could name someone more than Breece Hall on the Jets, but I don't trust anybody outside of Breece Hall. You got Garrett Wilson.
Is
as
he?
well.
He's playing, right? Because he's still
Yes.
worried about his elbow.
It does say that he will play today. He was questionable. So, but yeah.
I'm gonna have to start him, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Bills, nothing really going on. They look like a shit team. All right, next game. Seahawks.
Seahawks and the Chargers. That's gonna be a good game.
Because Gino, he killed it last week on my bench.
Oh yeah. Gino's been kind of up and down. I wouldn't throw the towel or be worried about him. He's
Well, I'm gonna start him this
he's
week.
gonna have his up and down games. He's gonna have a chance to make a bounce back. But I'm obviously gonna have to go with the Chargers just because of the talent. With Keenan Allen turning it up and Eckler and their quarterback guy Justin Herbert. But
Herbert.
on the Seahawks, I would start everyone with confidence as well.
Sweet.
Kenneth Walker,
Because I got
DK
Lockett.
Metcalf, Lockett, let them play.
Even though I think they just labeled him as healthy again, Lockett. So it says Seahawks signed Jason Peters to active roster. He's a 41-year-old tackle.
And still good at what he does.
Well, we'll see.
He's one of the best offensive tackles in the league. I thought he retired.
Yeah, I think he's coming back.
Yeah, I could have swore he retired last year, but I guess they're talking him into coming back. Hey, that's good for them. You definitely need protection there. I'm just gonna say the Chargers are gonna get hot in this one, but it could really go either way.
Well, you know who the Rams just signed, right?
Who?
Carson Wentz.
Yeah, okay. So this one is a hard decision for me, but I'm gonna have to go with the Chargers. I think
Chargers, huh?
I think they're gonna get it in the end.
So we're split on those two.
It's not often that I go against the Seahawks on that one, but yeah, I would on that
The
one.
night game.
Ooh, Vikings, Broncos.
Still no Jefferson.
It's gonna be a good game.
I don't know about that.
I'm
Dude,
looking forward.
Did you watch the Broncos game against? They look so terrible.
But the thing is whether you want to see it or not, but Russell Wilson is playing better than he was last year.
He didn't look good last week.
Well, that's what you're gonna get out of him nowadays. It's
hit or miss.
Which Russell Wilson's gonna show up?
Mm-hmm.
Is it gonna be the former Seahawks or let's ride? Notable, Joshua Dobbs is still starting for the Vikings because Kirk Cousins is out for the year.
Mm-hmm. And again, no Jefferson.
Yeah, Jefferson is gonna miss one more week. Okay, so for those of you with Osborne, he is back this week from his concussion protocol. So start him with confidence. Dobbs, if you need a quarterback to play in stream, I would normally not recommend it against the Broncos because they've been playing better defense lately. But Dobbs just has flipped that switch, and since he's made the transition, not to mention their play caller, with their offensive coordinator, I think it's O'Connell. Yeah, he's been making good calls. But I think it's going to be the Vikings that take this one.
Yep, same. I think Dobbs is hot. So.
Eagles
and
Philly. The Chiefs, a Super Bowl rematch. Damn, both teams are doing great, okay, as they were last year. I see Kansas City has the better defense in this one, but I think this is going to be our big numbers week. They're going to put up some numbers on that Monday night game. I see it being like either it's going to be 35-28 or at least in the late 30s. Okay. I'm gonna have to roll with.
Dude, Philly, dude, you gotta go Philly.
Well, I want to say that. I do want to say that. I mean, AJ Brown, Devonta Smith.
I'm going Philly.
They're missing Dallas Goedert still. I know he was on the sidelines last week. He is out. He has the possibility to come back in about 3 or 4 weeks. I just wouldn't expect him to really do much. Um, God, it's gonna be tough. Do we know if Taylor Swift's gonna be at this game?
Well, I was just reading that it says Philadelphia has temporary banned Taylor Swift music, and they're sending for the weekend. So.
All right, so
But is she gonna be at the game? I don't know. Tell me.
yeah, I think the Eagles.
It says she was supposed to be in Brazil, but she postponed the tour due to heat. So she will definitely be available this weekend. Is she gonna go to Philly? I don't know.
Yeah, it's just really hard to bet against the Chiefs, but I think if they do lose a game, it's gonna be against Philly. Okay, so you know what? I'm gonna roll with Philly too. That's not often either because I hate Philly, but I like your players.
What about Mahoney? Do you think he's gonna have a good game?
Oh, Mahomes is gonna do what Mahomes does, and he's gonna put up points. All right, he's got Kels, he's got Pacheco, he's got McKinnon.
He's on my bench.
Go to who?
Pacheco.
Pacheco. I start him this week.
I wish I could start him. Well, that means benching Pollard. Would I do that? I don't think that's a good call.
No, you definitely want to start Pollard this week against Carolina.
I could trade him for Komet again.
Trade him for Komet?
Well, swap him out.
Oh, I would do that.
Yeah. So you think because he didn't have that good of a game last week?
Pacheco?
Yeah, he. Oh, they were on a bye last week, but the week before that against Miami, he put up 6 points, and then against Denver, 6 points, and then the week before that he put up 16. But
yeah, you keep Pollard in.
Pollard in, but that's what I'm saying. You're saying Pacheco over Cole Kmet or over Schultz.
I would roll with Schultz.
Schultz out of those three?
Yeah.
Damn it, I really want to start Cole. You're right, he's not projected high. Well, it's going to be interesting. We'll talk about it more after that. And then, we have some buys. We got Falcons, Colts, Patriots. I'm sure Patriots are glad to be on the bye. And then Saints, that's going to hurt me on the bye.
Yeah, the Patriots have had a long season, and is it this week that Josh McDaniels comes back to them and signs? Or is he going to wait until the end of the season? We all know how the story goes. It's happened like 2 other times. Josh McDaniels leaves, comes back as offensive coordinator once he's fired. So, but I totally forgot that he also coached the Broncos for a short term.
That's bad.
All right, well.
So it's week 11. Those are our picks, guys. We're going to put our bet in and see if we can win something this week.
Yeah, this is the one week that I was a little worried about certain picks. Normally I feel a little confident, but this one was a little mix-up. So.
Should be good.
Okay, I can't wait. Well, good luck, everybody.
Yep,
I hope you have.
We finished our coffee.
Yes, we did.
All right.
We're about to get in some Mario Kart and continue on. But good luck with everybody's DraftKings, FanDuel, whatever you're rolling with, and your fantasy teams. Good luck going forward. And I hope that whatever info we gave you helps you with your win.
Yeah, man. Sorry we missed last week. I had a headache. I wasn't feeling it.
But we're back.
We're back, baby.
So, take it easy.
All right. Peace, guys.
I think I only dropped like 2 F-bombs in that.